don't need anyone before that. But you know what the biggest issue is going to be is if Danielle gets a well done burger from that place, and then that's going to be his biggest problem.
Yeah.
He goes down there and the burger's too well done. That's going to be his biggest issue, not these kids.
Yeah.
So
So let's talk about my past weekend. My show sold out.
I can't believe you sold. Look at you selling out shows.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. So it sold out, and I even had some people out that didn't get in. Um,
You
I
got
told you.
standby seating, or well, wow.
No, so they never got in. So I talked to. I told you I brought in AJ from Boston, right? So me and him were talking, and I'm like, before the show, and I was like, who are these 100 people, right? We're trying to figure it out. Well, it turns out once, I'm like, I can't wait once this room fills up. I want to see, because I was like promoting the crap out of it. You know what I mean? And I was wondering if I had any randoms or, people that didn't really know me or AJ. So, but it turns out AJ's entire family was there, and he has a huge family, and I'm telling you, I think at least 40 of them were his family. But still, we sold out, so it was pretty crazy.
It doesn't matter.
You
You
know?
made money for the place, and then they keep booking you,
Yeah.
and that's it.
So
You got your alcoholic buddies that come down there and support the
Exactly.
place. So, it's keeping the Carlson afloat down there. That's what's happening.
But so a good time was had by all. I did a show at Bathtub Billy's last week, and then last night I did a show at Pineapple Jack's. So I'm just going to call this.
I was never heard of Pineapple Jack's comedy. Is that
Me-
new?
No. Yeah, I think
Really?
so. Yeah. Side Door Entertainment. They've been doing a little show there once a month. But I was laughing.
How was it there? How was the crowd at Pineapple
There was
Jack's?
really nobody there. There was only
Yeah.
a few people. Yeah, I mean, these bar ones are just like, they don't pull a lot of people sometimes.
Yeah.
But it was, it was a fun time. But I was laughing because I was like, this is my West Side tour. My tour of the West Side. Grease, Gates, I'm big time.
Man, you're like Khaleesi, getting
I
all
am.
around the globe there.
I'm like Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
Hey, speaking of Khaleesi, here it is.
Khaleesi.
Everybody, I look online, and I'm watching Game of Thrones now because I have the FOMO, Amy.
You got the FOMO.
I got the
Real
FOMO.
bad.
So I'm like, I know what's going on in Game of Thrones. I don't, but it's okay. So I watched that last episode, and people are like, there's a couple people on my news feed here, scattered, or when I'm going onto the comments sections to instigate on, CNN and all the bigger sites, people are having meltdowns because they're getting spoilers for Game of Thrones. Listen.
You know what? I tell you what, this is the one show, you need to watch it when it's on, okay?
I'm ringing the bell.
Shame.
You should ring the bell.
Yep.
Shame.
Or don't go on the internet if you can't handle it. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know what to tell you.
And-
This is like the biggest show of all time. Nobody's going to shut their mouth to make you, even days later. I've seen it days later. People, you have to spoil it. Well, watch it when it's on, bro.
Yeah.
It's like any other live event. So there's a lot of controversy about this last episode for a couple reasons. And one is that everyone said it was too dark. The TV, they had trouble seeing everything in the dark, and they were blaming the cinematographers and all that. We saw everything great. So and we don't even have a 4K TV or anything like that. Everything looked fine to us. Sometimes maybe it was hard to tell, what's going on, but you felt like you were part of the action. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it. I thought it was great.
I'm going to tell you my opinion, too, because I personally was struggling to see what was going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, my TV is decent, but then I was listening to all the other shows we're talking about, all the other podcasts, radio, and they were saying the same thing, that it was really dark, but then a couple people claim that you need to be in a really dark room And I'm like in a theater, like you're, you know, that's who I was listening to this morning. Howard Stern, they were talking about it yesterday, or a couple days ago, the episode, right? And Howard's like, I don't know, it looked fine to me. And but then it's like Howard was in like his theater room watching
his home theater.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like,
I don't know. I feel like we had some lights on.
Did you?
Like, you know what? Yeah, I feel like if you know who the characters are for the most part, like, you kind of know what's going on.
Right.
If I had any confusion, it wasn't because it was dark. It was just because it was really fast-paced and moving. And, you know, being a photographer, here's the thing. Here's the other thing, though, too. I understand why they made it dark. There's a couple of reasons. One, it was supposed to be a battle of the Night King against the Night King at night. So it's going to be dark. Two, from a budget standpoint, when things are dark like that, you can obscure a lot. You can skip a lot of different CGI that you would have had to render, like hordes of army, you know, in the background, and a lot of different stuff can be obscured by, and you can chalk it up to the darkness that you couldn't see the whole horde of the dead at every time, because that's a ton of money in CGI. And this was only one episode. This was not like they were filming this as a movie and then next year another movie's going to come out. They have to do epic they have 3 more episodes they have to have a budget for. So they don't have the same budget as a major motion picture for that hour and a half episode that, say, like Harry Potter would have for their 2-hour movie. So they got to do something creative to make it, you know, dramatic without having to do all that CGI in the background.
Well, last night, Khaleesi was on Jimmy Kimmel, and I was flipping around, and I normally don't watch the late shows, but Pink was going to be performing, so I thought, I'm going to watch it.
Amelia Clark and Pink on the same show?
Yeah, right. And so I'm like, I'm going to watch it. So she came out, and it's so funny because she is so nothing like that Khaleesi character. I mean,
no, she's not.
She could not be more opposite. Her personality is so sweet and bubbly, and you know,
she's a little sweetheart.
She is, you know, and she was saying that the dragon scene that she did took them 55 days. She was on that dragon shooting those scenes on the fake dragon behind the green screen. Yeah, she said 55 days. Like,
yeah. That whole team was in Ireland for 55 days.
That was right. That's right. Days. That battle was 55 days, and that was what it was. And it was nights. They filmed at night, like you said, at night. And then I forgot how many days she said she was on that mechanical dragon, but it was insane.
Because there was a lot of scenes of her on that, so it must have been a long time. So that
explains why it takes them so long to come out with this new episode, because that one episode was almost 2 months.
It was a feature-length movie for time. It was 80-something minutes. That's feature-length.
Right.
That's the same as a movie. And then they have all these other episodes they have to do. So it's
they got 3 more. Do you think those are going to be longer?
But I think they're going to be about this. I think they're slated to be about the same.
All right, so they're more than an hour. We have a whole other
battle. They still got to take care of Cersei.
She said episode 5 is going to be epic and shocking on Kimmel.
I know. Oh,
that's what she said.
Oh, I'm so worried about it. I am worried about it. You know what? The worst thing to come out of this last episode is there's a lot of dude bros who are unhappy that Arya was the one to kill the Night King. And they're saying, what, this little kid, like, killed the Night King? Her whole story, I know you haven't watched it, like, religiously, but she's been training to kill since she was, like, a small child.
Yeah.
You know, she, like, whole seasons revolved around her learning how to kill.
Fight.
And honing her craft on how to kill people. She's killed more people than most people on that show. You know, she's a trained assassin, so it makes sense that she would be the one to kill the Night King. So people to like, kind of degrade Arya Stark as just some little kid that, happened to kill the Night King is kind of bogus. She's we need female superheroes in this world.
We do.
She's like top notch, man.
Right. Hey, let's take a quick
Batman.
break.
I didn't see Batman kill the Night King. Where was Superman? I didn't see any of these jerks out there. I didn't see them.
Yeah. So. Hey, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll start some news, and we'll talk about the Avengers. I don't watch that. Do you?
I don't either.
All right. Well, we won't talk about it. Okay, we'll be back, guys. Welcome back to A Couple of Instigators.
Yes, welcome back, friend.
We closed out the last half talking about movie, ending with the whole movie and the Game of Thrones thing, and I was like, oh, did you watch Avengers? I don't watch it. Amy doesn't. But this movie is
It turns out we don't watch it. But it's gone like crazy, man.
It's wildly successful. So I was trying to figure out, what is it about it? But I guess they're all successful, and me and Amy were just saying that it kind of hits. You can bring kids and adults, and those are always
But
great.
the college kids are going too. I'm running like a taxi back and forth between the movie theater and the Uber.
The college kids, right?
Yeah.
They like that.
I bring them there and they're all excited, and I pick them up and they're all sad. So hopefully that's not a spoiler, because I honestly have no idea what happened.
I don't know.
All I know is when I pick them up, they're sad people.
Well, it's the last one, I believe, of that series.
It's called Endgame, so you would think it's called Endgame.
Okay.
So you would think that's the end, but you never know. Because they're just going to reboot it with new people probably in 5 years. You know how they just keep remaking it?
I know it. What's up with Hollywood,
I don't know how many
They
Spider-Mans there's been. There's been so many Spider-Mans.
I know.
I liked the one where, what's his little, Tobey Maguire was in it.
Yes.
He was a little cutie.
I mean, they really need to start coming up with some other movie ideas, because I think Netflix is just squashing the theaters. I have not.
Pretty much, yeah.
We've had gift cards to go to.
Speaking of Netflix, I got a news story about Netflix.
Ooh, okay.
And I got a crap that I did on there too.
Uh-oh. All right, listen.
So the Obamas signed a deal with Netflix. Did you know about that?
Tell me about
it.
So
they are coming out with a series of different shows revolving around the Obamas. Some are historical, some are nonfiction, like children's stories. And oh my God, are the right-wing idiots losing their minds. So CNN posted this yesterday.
Okay.
And everyone's claiming they're going to cancel their Netflix over the Obamas having a show on the Netflix. They're all losing their minds. Well, I'm canceling my Netflix, and I'm like, I'm going around putting the laughy smiley face on all of them.
Right.
I'm just gonna cancel my Netflix. I'm like, look at all these that I post on there. Look at all these snowflakes canceling their subscription over one show being on this network. It's not like they're being forced to watch the show. You know what I mean? They probably have shows about the Big Orange Goon on there too that I have. There's probably Celebrity Apprentice or some stuff on there. I'm going to cancel my service because of this Obama. I was just dying laughing. I'm like, look at all these snowflakes. I posted on there. Look at all these snowflakes canceling their subscription because of the Obamas having some shows on there.
Who do you think is going to cancel? Nobody.
None of them are going to cancel. Because none of them can afford cable.
They probably didn't have it anyway. But,
they probably don't even have it. They probably...
They just won't use their mother's password.
You're right.
Yeah, they just aren't going to use their mother's password.
That's a good one. I wish I had that. You could go on there and crap that next time you see it.
Yeah, I'm going to crap that this week on there.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you,
Netflix is crushing it. They're crushing it with the show.
They're crushing it. So I got to tell you something that I just watched, but it was Hulu.
Hulu's good.
Yeah, Hulu's good. So
because they have our Handmaid's Tale on there.
Yes.
Oh, June. It's coming in June 1st, I think, or something like that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, and also, they should be coming out with a new Orange